First thing was we got a letter from the insurance company about 1.5 years ago that said, hey, based on this Google image, we don't like your roof, and if you don't replace it, we're going to drop you. And so we went through the whole thing and got it replaced, and then they dropped us anyways, 5 months after I lost my job. I don't know if I would have made it through this season mentally. Hands down, the hardest season I've ever been in, no doubt. And as hard as it's been, I wouldn't trade it. It's been frustrating as hell. Some days where, you know, you're just driving in the car screaming, pounding on the dashboard, like, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Why can't I figure this out? And it seems like all the typical rules of the world hasn't applied in this situation. And so it's forced me to ask some deeper questions, and super thankful that I have a wife that's supported me in that. And on my low days, she still shows up and still loves me through all that. So
this is our 8th year of doing it. We have the most contractors and the most work and the most volunteers. So it's been really, really amazing.
I have always loved to do nonprofit work. I started my career in my 20s doing like fundraising. I fundraised over $100,000 for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. I've always loved to like ask people for money for a good cause. And then I got really busy. Like I think that nonprofit work created contacts, that created clients. And then I had no time to sit on boards and build events and fundraise hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I kind of stopped, and I started making a lot of money and building my family, and kind of forgetting that that was in my core, who I am and who I want to be around. So it was like 7 or 8 years ago, I realized we're just a very profitable real estate company, one of the top in the state, top in the country, that needs to be known for more than excellent service and excellent results for our clients that receive referrals. Like I know we're known for that, but I want to be known for more. And I don't want great realtor to be on my gravestone. I want like loving people and making a difference in the world to be on my gravestone. So we decided to create the home makeover.
I've always been a believer what comes around goes around. And so if you give a little more than you should, you'll probably get a little bit more than you deserve. You know, you probably get more out of your community. And if I had to say something to like other small business owners like myself, you will get recognized faster for the work that you try not to take credit for than the work that you do.
We didn't always have our business that we have now, so we've been that family in need ourselves before when our kids were young, and it means a lot when someone's willing to help you for no monetary gain on their part. It means a lot, so we're happy to be able to give that back to someone else too.
And someone helps you, you think, oh man, that's awesome. Even though you may not even meet the person or know them, but you know somehow they helped out. So working with Christina and doing this, and people may never meet us, but you know what, that's okay. It's not about what we do, it's about how they feel and how we can help them out.
I didn't notice the trampoline, that it was new.
I didn't notice it either, because everything before that was just so beautiful and perfect. It was like, oh my gosh, they got us a new mat. Like what?
Rugs and pillows.
Rugs, pillows, yeah. It just, and I noticed underneath the hammocks, they had cleaned all that up project that I've been meaning to do for years and just didn't know what to do with it, and it's done. And they
Got the mulch, and the kids, they go in hammocks back there and read and play with their friends, so they like that little area.
I mean, there wasn't a single weed left. All the junk that has been piling up over the years, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta make a dump run soon, and who can I call to get this much junk out of here? And it's all gone. I mean, it's just beautiful, every detail. Mm-hmm. And then they told us about the tramp, and we're like, what? You got us a trampoline?
So talk to me about when you walked in the front door.
I think it was refreshing being in the house, especially with the mold. You start to just feel like your house isn't really a safe place to be. And then all the boxes and doing all of that. So I think it just feels more like home again. Cleaner, put together, polished. It's just much more welcoming.
And the new mantle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new mantle was a complete surprise. We had no idea that they were going to do that. You know, the first month that we moved in, it was like, hey, let's see what we can do with this mantle. And so I got a couple pieces of wood and just kind of stapled them together, just to look and see, like, do we like this? And let's leave this up for a couple months. And 8 years later, it was still there.
Just never did anything else. Because then we moved on to the bedroom and the floors and the
9 years later,
drywall.
Yeah, and so now it's done, and it looks amazing, and it looks like a real mantle. You know, that you see the finished product, and it's like, wow, that's amazing. But then you think about all of the people behind it, and their just generosity and willingness to do this for a complete stranger. They don't know us. Why would they do this for us? That's what's overwhelming. You know, the details of everything are so cool.
They color-coded all the books on the bookshelf and did a lot of
things. I mean, we've never had trim in our playroom before. And so for them to finish that all up, and you know, you almost don't even notice it because there's so many amazing things in the room. And I was like, Danny, look, they did the trim. Like, what? We have trim now. So cool. And you know, our 13-year-old has been bunking up with our 13-year-old boy, bunking up with our 10-year-old daughter since January, basically. And you know, they don't enjoy having to sleep in the same room, and so now
it's smelly. Poor Cabry. So I was like, oh, you're smelly, Tegan. Your shoes.
Maybe don't put that in the video, but
boys are smelly.
Boys are smelly.
13-year-old boys are smelly.
Yeah. So now she gets her own space, and so does he. And you know, I know he's excited to have his little drum set up again, so he can start playing that. And the way that the stager, it sounds like the stager that came in last minute at 4:30 yesterday showed up last night and this morning with blankets and pillows, and she color coordinated everything with Tegan's favorite little picture that he has.
That he got from my dad.
I mean, again, just the details and the thoughtfulness behind every single thing is just unbelievable. To Ollie and Christina, first of all, you're amazing. But the size of your heart and your generosity and the time and energy, the cold calls that you made to random strangers asking for donations, the way that you loved us through this process. And I know that you didn't just love on us, you loved on your volunteers, your contractors, people that you do business with in the community. I know that they were all blessed by you as well. And we just want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know how we could ever thank you for everything that you've done, because it's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We love our house. Thank you for your hard work.
We appreciate you so much.